Hi, this is Tina from Cosmic Turtles, and I was doing a collective read, and I must have pushed a button, and it stopped the video. And I'm like, I don't have an editing program yet to add videos together. So we first drew some cards, and I'll show you. First ones that came out for the collective energy in the present influence was the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, and that talked about things you hold of value and your self-care, things in reference to your emotional state. And we had talked about a little, just going to do a quick recap, uh, talked about keeping ourselves in a good way for ourselves. If we lead ourselves to exhaustion, we won't be able to do anything for anybody else, nor for ourselves. So it's important about that self-care to be able to grow the things that we hold of value. Uh, those were the first cards that came out in present influence in the collective at the moment. The next cards that came out, I'm not putting it on my laptop this time. Every time I go to pick one up again, I touch a button and it stops the video. Yes. The next cards that came out was crossing energies. Crossing energies. And what came up was the two aces, Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. So there's people that are wanting to grow, doing an offer of growth with other people. It's passionate offers. Could be because Valentine's is coming. And the other one was the Ace of Cups, which is like an emotional offer. Like it's from not just desires, but also the desires of, of what you'd like, but also an offer that, and this cup is overflowing. So it's an emotional offer. So that's the crossing energies. The crossing energies, and it kind of makes sense. Like if you're the ambitious type and you're working on keeping what you hold of value safe, and someone comes and offers, makes an offer, you may be resistant. You may be like, not sure. I know it looks good and all that, and I know it feels right, but I'm more focused on this, and I'm focused on my self-care, and I don't know if I want this, and then they come and they say, well, it's really that, like it's both, and they're like, well, I'll still be resistant, but part of your, this is a very intelligent step-by-step energy, rational, stable, not emotionally charged, does everything rationally, practically, step by step, and mixed with this aspect. It's like the heart and the mind combined. It's the energies, the integration of these two energies within people. And but the crossing energy is just as much as an just as much like in integrated energy coming towards you. But it's understandable to have that resistance when it comes to offers people are trying to do. A lot of people in the last few years went through the ringer. So, of course, they're going to be on guard a little when it comes to certain things being offered to them. So, you do like the King of Pentacles. He's a slow moving energy. So, when these offers come, if they're worthwhile, they're going to take their time with you. They're going to respect that part about you that, So, that's the crossing energies. Now, let's see what we have for, well, the collective goal. I wonder, the collective must have a unanimous goal within, right? Let's see what the cards say, or what comes up, what energies come up. What is the ultimate? What is the goal of the collective? If we talk about the collective energies as one unit, which is just as complex as one individual being. Did I mention we're made out of all that? Alright, so let's see what we have for the goal for the collective. Not too many, and I want them. Oh, there's too many. Maybe there's many goals. There is many goals. And the Justice card is right in the middle. And the other two cards that came out was the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. So I'm going to show you all three cards. That's the collective goal. To overcome lack mentality. We see people suffering. We don't like it. And we could do our part. Each person, if they did what they needed to do, if they did each their part of what they're good at, whatever it is, there'd be no more lack, because everybody would be helping each other out. And then there's this too. And that's like our, whatever our it's temptation. It's being held in bondage. It's the things we feel that we're stuck in that situation and we have to do this and we have to do that. There's certain things, yes, it's our responsibility because we put ourselves there, and now it's time to get ourselves out of our own mess, And the Justice card's right in the middle. So, and there's also like addictions, like people want to overcome addictions because that's a big one in the collective. It's affecting a lot of people in our everyday lives. We've seen it even with our friends or family. We've seen what addiction does. Overindulgence. And that causes like a person to become like greedy, and that greed creates that lack because they'll be more like hoarding everything instead of, giving to be able to create more abundance. So the Justice card came out in the middle of these two cards. So there is a divine plan that's in the collective. Like it's there's an energy that's slowly bringing remedy step by step by step, individual by individual that are waking up at the moment. So, and there's people that's been awakened and they continued, like if someone, let's say, was a counselor or natural abilities to counsel people, they got into the studies, they got their certificate, they got deeper into research, they got even more understanding so they can help more people. Whatever it is, the artist that created something and it inspires people and it helps them with feeling good about themselves, getting out of their own heads. So even the artist has a healing aspect. So there's a healing going on and there's divine justice because Justice card always has that sword of truth and it has the scales. So it's all these things are slowly but surely being remedied. We just gotta have faith in that. However it is that we believe. And first and foremost, have faith in yourself. Like believe in yourself. See what you can do for yourself and see how that grows, become strong with that. And then you're able to help others. And more than likely, it'll be others that started off where you started off. And maybe you could give a little advice to each other and help each other grow. The collective family of humanity. So that's the goal. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Let's see what happened in the recent past in the collective. We know there was a major awakening, that's for sure. A big wave, many people's waking up at the same time, different places in the world too, and starting their journey of self-discovery and seeing where they place themselves in this whole matrix called life. So what is the recent energies in the collective? Recent past. Okay, there's 2 again. Alright, makes a story. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have, in the recent past, we have people that are being offered, like offers are coming to certain people, and it's people of the working class. Because this is the card of hard at work, and this is an offer that brings in a knight. A knight is the protector of the king, right? Knights, that's what they were. They're protectors of the king. They're like they're part of their army. So if you take it in an everyday way, you could say it could represent the government, and this is the working class. And there's an offer being made to the people of the working class to see if resolution can be, resolution can be attained with this offer that's being made. This is the recent past. I don't know all the details, but it could have to do with a big event that happened where there was big transport trucks going across Canada, like so, and the rise for people to have, their rights for working, their rights to feed their families, the basic needs, and there must be offers that came in from representatives of, the one in charge or the ones in charge, and we don't know what it's going to come up to, but we'll find out. For now, that was the recent past. Let's see what this is like recent past, and then let's see what the past influence was. So what is the card that represents the past influence? Ooh, okay, okay, there's 2. There's 3. All right. And in between is the Wheel of Fortune, and it could go either way. But you'll see what I mean, because one of the cards was the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. So we got Seven of Swords, a little sneaky here. Someone was doing something corrupt, something practicing the art of deception, and it could be this person here. That's because it's divided by the Wheel of Fortune, and so there was some backdoor stuff going on that people weren't aware of, and this passionate king, this person that wants to get what they want, and that's it. They figure they were made for this, and when they fight to win, and that's how it is, and without really taking consideration the rest of the people that that are supposed to be supporting him. And the Wheel of Fortune is honest, like it's deciding where's the best way to go. Well, you got little sneaky here, and you got this passionate king. So which way will the wheel turn? And this is what, like, are we gonna continue? Is the offer from old sneaky perspective, or is it from an actual standpoint of a king that does care for his people? Well, that's the wheel that's turning, and is it going to be a good offer for the people that are working, people that keep this wheel turning, basically? I mean, without people, you don't have a country. So let's see what we have for the future influence. So what is the future influence for the collective? I didn't realize this would kind of touch base on a more like worldly political way. I'm not very much into politics except what I hear from people, but it's hearsay. But um, yeah, it's interesting. So, what do we have for the future influence for the collective? And usually, what you pick up from the collective will be like the main energies in the forefront. It's the main one. Like, if we were at war and a whole bunch of people died, the collective would be in sorrow and grief because of a whole bunch of people died. So that would be like the main energy that's going around. If there was a time of plenty, in old days when they had lands that were full of drought, and then these people were like they couldn't grow their gardens, and all of a sudden there was a cycle of life where the rains came, and then they could grow their crops, and it was the time of plenty. Well, while it was the time of plenty, people rejoiced, right? So it's in the collective at that time, there was a lot of joy being spread around. So, the future influence, we have the moon card. The moon card speaks of different things. It talks about, on an individual level, it talks about being in your moon, being in your emotions. Um, it's your relationship with you on the inside. It's not necessarily the one you show on the outside until you learn to balance and just be your authentic self. And also, the moon card is known to be shown as it reveals it's like the card of secrets because it reveals the moon shines on what was kept in the dark. So in the future influence, there's things that are going to be revealed that were usually kept in the dark. And well, at least we'll have some truth coming up, right? We got to know to be able to recognize it because there's a lot of propagandas and a lot of disinformation, like that's fake news and stuff like that. So see it, sense things without fear, and you'll see the real truth. All right, next is, where's the collective right now? Where is it? Because usually in a Celtic cross, the seventh card is the card of you, right? So at the moment, what is the card that represents the collective, the whole ensemble of the whole thing? What is the card that represents the collective at the moment? Ha! Well, that makes sense. Right now, the collective is in a tower moment. So, the tower speaks about whatever wasn't built on a strong foundation, wasn't built on compassion or integrity, will crumble and fall. And that's across the board. So, we're not lazy as humans. When push comes to shove, we rise up. And if we got to rebuild, we're going to rebuild on a better foundation than what things have been built before when they were built in the dark, and when they were built on with deception and lies. So we want to change all that. The collective wants to change that. So it's not like okay, let's wipe the slate clean. No, it's more like we created this mess collectively, we're going to clean it up collectively. And the divine is the one that sent the message, okay, your foundation's not strong. It's like the inspector coming in, you got to start over. But you can reinforce this, and you can do that, make the foundation, fill in the cracks in the foundation, and then just the top blue, that's all. When we go in our ego, we go all the way, we build so high and everything, and then we're not grounded anymore. We're off the ground. So the creator goes and poof, put you back on the ground. Then you can start building back up, but now in a more stable way. So the energies that represent the collective's tower moment. And it's fitting too, because the full moon that we're gonna have is in Leo. And Leo don't take shit from nobody. Next card. Now I have my cheat sheet because I only know so many by heart. Surrounding energies. Surrounding energies is 4 pentacles. People are holding on to what they hold of value. Yes, in some tarot, it's called the miser card. Mr. Uncle Scrooge, he holds everything. But the universe knows my definition of this one. And for the collective, it feels more like people are going to stand for what they know is of value. If, having an educated and stable mind. So, we're allowed to have an education. Things of the heart, things that matter. It's not just all business. It's not cold. We want it nicer. And okay, it may seem like a pipe dream for some. It's because they haven't seen the value in that yet. And the grounds we stand on, our rights, our liberties, our freedom, our birthright, our inheritance to be our authentic selves. Those are the things we stand on, and what we stand for. Those are the things we hold of value. So the surrounding energies in the collective is about that. It's upholding what it is that we hold of value and standing our ground. So this is what we deem important. So we have enough memory to remember how things were. And we remember the stories of how they were before that. And then all of a sudden we're going back towards oppression and repression and being put under what? No, that don't make sense. People are like, no. So it's step by step, and it's patience, focus. So the next one is personal feelings in the collective. What is the card that represents personal feelings in the collective? Ooh, okay, there's one. Personal feelings in the collective. Victory. Not winning at all cost, not stepping on people to get to where we need to go. Actual victory. We feel we're going towards victory. We feel we're there. Whatever's in the collective, some of it is being downloaded to people that are being in the receiving mode. They're receiving the information. They're feeling it for each individual. People that ask, they can receive that. And so, be happy getting there. We're going to reach our goals. We're doing it in a way that's not just of the heart or not just of the mind. We're doing it with the heart and mind combined. So we're doing it for our next generations. We're standing up for what we believe in, and not the dogma stuff, not the dogma beliefs, not the limiting beliefs. We already have victory in the collective that's accessible to anybody to be able to sense that, feel that, and start shining that, and things starts manifesting around you. So this is nice. Wow. So even though there's a tower moment, we're still gonna be victorious. So we're gonna do it right. Well, we're gonna do it better than we ever did. Can't say it's right because we're always in a state of evolution. So we'll always, even the next generations, will find even better ways, and it'll just keep growing in a good way. Let's see what the potential outcome is for the collective. Potential outcome. Hey, kitty cat. I don't want her to step. I'm at the end. Woo. All right. Oh, wow. There's two, and it's freaking amazing. We have the Three of Pentacles, which speaks of collaboration, working together, and we have the World card. We have the World card. The World card is the last one of the major arcanas. It's the completion of a cycle. It's the completion of the journey of the Fool's journey. And wow, we're really gonna level up as a collective. It's gonna take teamwork between peoples and learning to understand from other people's point of view as well, and also giving a chance to those that say, I have an idea. But if they're able to develop some of it, it's not just an idea off the top of your head. It's more like I have a dream. It's more profound than that. So people will be able to recognize who is who, and who has that deep well and can actually help. And people will match up with the likes. Like if you have people that do agriculture, and then you have people that works in the more of the science and labs, but they're more for the medical aspect. So agriculture and uh, health, it goes together, right? So they'll be able to collaborate. They'll be able to bring solutions. You'll have the ones that want to put their hands, the growers, the ones that want to put their hands in the ground and grow things. See all those little babies grow. And then, like each different department of life that us humans require, they're all going to come together and collaborate. And it could be done in small groups, each individual little places. But it's going to be inspiring, and then we could share those ideas with other communities, neighboring communities, or even further, and everything. And we got the world. We got the world card in the collective. This is so encouraging. And it takes a while too before you get, it's saying it's the completion of a cycle. It's we're gonna walk on to the next step. We leveled up, and then the work begins again. But for everything that we've been working for up till now, it's coming to something. And if anything, collaboration will be a big part of it. It's freaking amazing for a message from the collective, really. And wow, is it integration of divine masculine, divine feminine, in all their best aspects? Uh, People offering a hand, offering an idea, offering love, offering cooperation, offering communication, offering, to get, it's wow. And what it is that's happening with lack and addictions and all the dirty underwear energy. All the stuff that makes you that makes you feel like it's not enjoyable to be human. So a lot of that is justice is in front of that. It's being balanced. It's being handled. Allow the divine, allow the universe to handle it. Some of these things are tough on an individual level, even in the group, as just being human, you know. But the divine has our back. And we got there's a decision that's being done. It's also like, which way is the wheel of fortune going to go towards? Is it going to go like it did in the past and only reward those that are not on the up and up? So a lot of people have a saying. They say the law was made for criminals, and those that didn't do anything, they get persecuted. Maybe it was true for a while. Maybe there's too many loopholes, maybe, you know, in the law system. But the main idea was all right. But then after that, it turned to something else. Or, is the wheel going to turn in the favor of corruption and deception, or is it going to go into the side of being integrity, leading passionately, and a promise, but actual growth, leading in a way that helps with people growing. And so kind of offer is it that we're receiving? What is the offer that's being given to the peoples at the moment? Is it just a temporary fix? Is it something that, well, if this offer is like this card actually depicts as an energy, this is the slowest moving knight in between all the knights, and it's a slow moving energy, but he does things step by step by step, and he's the only knight that makes it to the finish line, and he's the only knight also that has the potential to become a king. So whatever is offered, see how it feels, see if it helps with sustainability for a while, see what else is in the plans, if they have what the steps are, if they can give a few at least to soothe the people's minds. And they gotta understand to not underestimate the population. We have the capacity to understand. And so yeah, the being in our moon, and things that are hidden are going to be revealed. It's going to cause it's in that tower moment because it wasn't built on a strong foundation made of integrity or compassion. And people are holding on to what they're standing their ground. They're holding on to what they truly value. And this is not like because it's coins. Like the coins represent what is of value to you. For some people, the coins represent love. It represents the grounds they're standing on, their love of country, their love of being a free will being, experiencing freedom on earth, and uh, protecting their hearts, and keeping the stability of their mind. So, and victory is ours. So in the collective, that's what it's saying. The card of victory is ours. It's just we got to do what we need to do to get there. It's available in the collective. Collective is not manifested physically, but it comes through the channels. It comes through us individually. And when we receive that intuition, those downloads, some people call it, when we receive how to do for ourselves, then we all become victorious. So we can teach also others that want to know, because it's about, it's about free will too. It's when you're ready. And the final outcome, we complete a cycle. We've done the whole thing up to a certain point to start off from the right foot. And it's collaboration, coming together, teamwork. And all these peoples are differently dressed. They're differently, so they come from different perspectives or different aspects of life. And they'll still, people of all walks of life will be able to get together and collaborate because they'll recognize what the common thing is that we are human. This is amazing. This is like the best reading I ever did for the collective. This is like, wow. And it's encouraging, and we're going to do it. We're going to make it. Just got to keep encouraging each other. We got to know that life moves very slow. All right. So that was the reading for the collective. And I'm Tina from Cosmic Turtles, and we'll see you next time.